welcome to Cryptology for You, the channel that's not even about cryptology at all, but all about cryptocurrency. I'm your host, Paulie D, and this is the second part to our DCA journey. Now, if you remember rightly from the first video, DCA is dollar cost averaging, but I'm not here to offer some financial advice. No. This is educational purposes only, or maybe even entertainment, depending which way you look at it. But dollar cost averaging is by far the best way that you can accumulate a coin of choice over a longer period of time to look for a long-term trend and not pay the top or the bottom. Because dollar cost averaging doesn't require a certain buy-in price, you can start whenever you like. I mean, it's obviously better during a dip, but if it happens to be during a slight upswing, you're still going to have a lower buy-in average. And that is really what you're after. Obviously, the best thing to be doing is to stack your coins and perhaps stake them or however it is you want to do so that you can continually accrue over time. This also helps lower your average buy-in price. There are a number of ways you can do this, and I'm just going to briefly touch on a few, and then in other videos I'm going to actually demonstrate how to do those. One of the ways that I like is using Coinbase's recurring buy. You will need to have your credit card details in there, and then you will buy straight from your credit card, or you can pre-fund your account and you can just let the recurring buy occur straight from your funded account. You can do this daily, weekly, monthly, or just set the time frame and set the coin, and away you go. The second way I've got here is Binance's recurring buys, which are exactly the same pretty much. You will need to either have credit card details or your account needs to be funded with some USDT or some other similar coin, and then you can choose the coin you want to buy and you can set the time frame you want to do it. The final way that I want to look at just briefly is KuCoin's DCA bot. Now, the DCA bot does exactly what everything else here is doing, except you pre-fund the bot with some tradable money, and then the bot just goes ahead and buys at a particular interval. It's a little bit better than the recurring buys from the other two options, but I mean, on the whole, it's all much of a muchness. There are some bigger advantages though with the DCA bot, because you can actually set it to sell as soon as you reach a certain profit. There are other ways that you can DCA without a DCA bot or a recurring buy. In fact, one of the least known ways is the spot grid. Now, a spot grid bot is just buying and selling the coin continually. You have about half of your coin in a stable coin like USDT or BUSD, and the other half is the coin that you're trying to buy. And so when the coin goes up in value, you start selling that coin and you buy USDT with it. But when the coin goes down in value, you use that USDT to buy the coin. This is effectively DCAing, but it's DCAing with less risk. It is less risk because as the coin goes up in value, you're not buying, you're selling. And so you're making a profit. If the coin goes down in value, you're buying the coin. What you were trying to do anyway, you were going to DCA it. It's a win-win situation, almost without risk. Okay, there's a little bit of risk. The market might bottom out and then you're stuck with that coin. But hey, you were going to buy it anyway. I've got here 3 exchanges that I use to do grid bots. Binance, you can set up with the lower and the upper price, the number of grids, put in your stable coin like BUSD, and away you go. There's Pionex as well, and you can easily just use their same sort of strategy. It's exactly the same idea. And of course we have the KuCoin grid bots as well. I've got a couple of videos on those already. You can check them out. In fact, at least twice I've used it for this DCA system. And the final way that I'm going to take a look at is you could just put in a whole bunch of limit orders. Now, these are easy and can be done at almost any exchange. I'll do a video how to set up limit orders. The only difference here is you might not be using the same amount of coin to buy, and so your average price could actually vary. I'm going to do a separate video on how you can do a weighted average so that you do know what your average buy-in price is. So unless you've got a time machine and you can tell me when the bottom exactly is, or when the top is for that matter, then probably DCA is the best for you. But you still got to time it a little bit right. You could be buying on an upward trend and you are having a lower average buy-in price, but you still need to be careful and not to buy during times of extreme greed. If you buy during times where there's more fear and extreme fear, you are more likely to accumulate more at a lower price. However, you still need to look at what the coin is that you're investing in. If it is going to be a coin that's never going to appreciate in value, then there probably wasn't a point in doing this in the first place. You need to pick a coin that has at least got some future. You're going to be trying to hold on to this for quite a while. You could also be looking for a coin that has staking ability. If you do that, you can accumulate the coin and send it to the place to get staked, and you end up making even more. This lowers your buy-in price even further. But remember, you still need to do your own research. It doesn't matter what I keep telling you. DCA might be the best way to do things, but it may also be at the wrong time. So be careful about your timing, be careful about the coin you're picking, just do your research. Well, don't forget you could also join me in my Telegram, Discord or Facebook groups, and you are welcome to come chat to me about DCA all you want. And there are some links directly below there which you can use in order to get some pretty decent deals at some platforms and exchanges, including the ones that I've already mentioned like Coinbase, Binance, Pionex and even KuCoin. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this video and you're going to subscribe to the channel. You're going to like and share this with some friends because they probably want to also know about DCA as well. Hey, you could also hit that little alarm button because that alarm button will let you know when the next video is coming, which could also be about DCA. Hey, I'll see you in the next video. Good luck with that DCAing.